This is an amazing quick cauliflower Parmigiana steak that tastes incredible. Now recipes like this could almost turn me vegetarian. Welcome to Backyard Chef, I'm Rick. Today we are going to make a cracking cauliflower dish. We're going to make cauliflower parma. That's right, we got the cauliflower, we're going to make some cauliflower steaks, we're going to bread it up, put a crust on there, and we're going to pep up a shop-bought tomato sauce. So it's ready, available. We're going to cover it in mozzarella, we're going to bake it. Cauliflower parma right now, come on. So, we got a few veggies here, we got an onion, we got some garlic, got a bit of basil, cauliflower, and we got a jar of regular pasta sauce. And the pasta sauce not very good, so we need to actually pimp it up a little bit and make it a bit delicious, a good Mariana type sauce. So for our onion then, we're just going to cube up our onion really small. Nice and steady, watch your fingers. Cube it up nice and small, and then we're going to have to mince our garlic. Give it a mashing, and then give it a mince over. Just mince it over, it doesn't have to be too small to be honest. A little bit over there, that's all. And then we're going to give our basil a bit of a mincing. All this is going to be cooked off in our pasta sauce. So just mince up your basil nice and small. Again, it doesn't have to be too small. Put a knob of butter in a pan, heat up the pan, chuck in your onions and your garlic, and let's get cooking. Now we just want to make this a little bit translucent, we want to take it down a little bit. In with some salt and pepper. That's going to give us a little bit of a flavouring in there, and the salt's also going to draw out the moisture of the onion and the garlic whilst we're cooking. Nice and steady, it's not hard. Just stir it round a couple of times, we don't want to burn it. Just nice and translucent. And then we're going in with our very bland pasta sauce. And this is why we're making our own, by putting the onions and garlic in, We want that flavour in there. In with some brown sugar. The pasta sauce is really sour. It's tomato soury, Get some sauce in, stir it round, get it all in there. In with our basil, stir our basil in, and we're going to have a really nice, high quality tomato pasta sauce. In with a good pinch of oregano, stir it all in. Now you can cook this down as much as you want, Go as thick as you like, but we don't want it too thick, we want just enough to cling all over our cauliflower steak. So take it off the heat, and then we want to get on with the cauliflower. Now the cauliflower, you're going to have to be a little bit more careful as we go around. We don't want to cut into the cauliflower, we're trying to keep all the florets intact. So just take off all the leaves and the bits of stalk. And that's our cauliflower prepped. So what we need to do is take off the sides of cauliflower and put in a bag. We're going to keep that for later. And then that's going to give us a decent chunk of cauliflower in the middle, which we will cut straight down the centre and through the stem to make 2 cauliflower steaks. So easy. Straight through that stem, straight down the middle, 2 decent cauliflower steaks. I mean, these are quite thick as well, actually. They're about 1.5 inches thick. Just look at those. Perfect. Perfect cauliflower steaks. What we need to do now is drizzle over some olive oil, brush it all over. Now what we're going to do, we're going to put some seasoning on here. The seasoning is actually going to stick to the olive oil on the cauliflower. Over with some garlic salt, a little bit of black pepper. We're going to flip them over. We're going to do the same on the other side. So over with a little bit of olive oil, brush it over, And then we're going to put the same seasoning on this side. Little bit of garlic salt, little bit of pepper. Then we're going to add a little bit of paprika. Turn it back over and put paprika on the other side. Our breadcrumb mix then. Our breadcrumbs, we're going to add pepper, paprika, oregano and give it a good mix in. Mix it all in and then we're going to add Parmesan. We're going to add some grated Parmesan. Mix it all in. This is our breadcrumb mixture for on top of our cauliflower. Now we need to take an egg because we're going to dip it in the egg. So get your egg, beat it all up. That's simple enough. And then what we need to do, we need to go over our cauliflower with a dusting of flour. All-purpose flour will do. You can use rice flour. All-purpose flour, a little bit of flour on there. We want the egg mixture to stick. Now you could do a flour bath if you want and put it all in, but you know, you're using up a lot of flour. So coat our cauliflower in the egg mixture. Both sides, top and bottom, all the sides, all the way around. Make sure it's fully coated. We want our breadcrumbs to stick to all of this for maximum flavour. In our breadcrumb mix, and all we got to do now is squash it down a little bit, chuck the breadcrumbs all over it, get as many on as possible, lightly pat it down so they stick all over, stick on the top and bottom, and stick it to the sides. We want a nice crust on our cauliflower steak, and then we need to put it on a tray. Do the same with the other steak. Then what we're going to do, we're going to drizzle over some olive oil and we're going to add some more of those breadcrumbs. That Parmesan breadcrumb mixture that's still left in our tray, we might as well use them. Get them on there. And then this is going in the oven, 200 degrees, 400 degrees for about 20 minutes. As soon as it's got a light brown covering on there and it takes a knife, nice and steady in there, it's not too firm, over with our tomato mixture. And then we want to put some mozzarella cheese over the top. Oh, just look at this. Get your mozzarella cheese over there. And then I'm going to put a bit of a sprinkling of some grated Parmesan to give that little bit of a zingy cheese through our melted cheese when we eat it. Then all we got to do is get this back in the oven until it melts. Now we're not going to give a time on there, it just needs to melt. Put some of our tomato mixture on our serving plate, and as soon as our cauliflower steak's ready, it's going on the top of there. Oh, come on. Just look how fantastic that is. Just look at that. Dress it up with a bit of basil round. Oh, what can I say? I'm turning vegetarian. Oh, I'm not. I could do, but I'm not. That looks fantastic. Just look at that cauliflower steak on there. So let's take a look inside. Could it open? Oh, it's got a bit of crunch, but it's perfectly cooked. That is our cauliflower steak, breaded up in that Parmesan cheese, covered in our tomato and mozzarella. That is awesome. Just look at that. Oh, it tastes fantastic. Oh. Now that is cauliflower parma made. Now if you like what we're doing, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe, share with your friends, all that kind of stuff. Catch you in the next video.